And if you can speak Japanese, you have a 50% discount on your first month of rent. And I'm like, how is that legal? Pretty tiny closet. This is what we get for the walk-in closet. Now let's see, we can walk in and closet. Not like the neighborhood. It's not a great neighborhood. It's not a great neighborhood. It's like, What is up, Yakuzas? It's your favorite content creator, Bella in Japan, and I'm back with a new video. That's right. Today's video is part 2 of my apartment hunting journey in Tokyo. So if you're new to this channel, my name is Ila. I go by Crazy La. I live in Japan and I post videos about my life in Japan or my life wherever I'm at. So if you like that type of content, you like my face, you like everything you see around my channel, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on my social media. But if you've been here already and you've also watched the part 1 of apartment hunting in Tokyo, thank you for tuning back in. So today I'm bringing you guys with me again to do apartment hunting in Tokyo, and we're gonna be visiting 2 properties. In the previous video, I told you guys about my criteria, my budget, and what I really wanted specifically in the apartment I want to live in. But I forgot to tell you about the distance between the apartment and the closest station. Here in Japan, and I'm sure all over the world, the closer you are to a station, I mean a healthy distance where you're not really bothered by the noise and the vibration of trains and stuff, the more expensive the apartment gets. And in my apartment in Yokohama, I had to walk for 11 minutes to reach one station and 5 minutes to reach another. The station that was the closest was the subway though, so it was always crowded in the morning to go to work. It was almost unusable. And at some point of the day, the distance or the time between one train to arrive and another, did I say that right? The time that you take for one train to arrive, I can't speak English. See, I told you, je parle pas anglais.
A few moments later.
The time you spend in between 2 trains to arrive at the station is way too long. I don't know if I'm making myself understandable. So I was mostly not using that station is what I'm trying to say. I was using mostly the station that was 11 minutes away. And some days 11 minutes walk to the station felt really long, especially during winter when it's snowing or when it's raining. So this time I wanted something closer to home, and my maximum was like 5 minutes. I know, almost impossible. With that budget, it's like I'm adding up stuff that don't make no sense. If you work in real estate, you're looking at me like, yeah, that don't make no sense with that budget. Anyways, I tried and I was stubborn about that. So now let's get going to the first apartment. I gotta admit that the time between the previous visits, the previous apartment that you saw and this one was very long, like several months, because it was long discussion about the budget and what I really want with my boyfriend and I was like, I am not gonna budge. I am not going to compromise. I compromise about many things in my life. I'm not going to compromise on this. And it was more, like I told you guys, it was more flexible about what type of apartment he wanted stuff. But I was really tight and stubborn. I wanted something precisely as I wanted. So still using the same application, Aeti, that I talked about last time, I found these 2 apartments. The first one is around Nichioi Station. If you live in Tokyo, you know about that area. It's not a great neighborhood. It's not a great neighborhood. That's the first thing I said when you see the apartment. It's like,
Are you out of your mind?
like there are no grocery stores around. It's just houses and houses and houses. It's just like not a slum. The slum is like so far-fetched, but it's like they put people in the same area just to be able to give them a place to live, but it's not very functional in my opinion. I don't know. I just didn't like the neighborhood. So this apartment is 168,000 Japanese yen. It's a 1 LDK with a kitchen island. The kitchen island is the first thing that attracted me. The closest station is Nishioi and it's about 12 minutes away, so that was already a deal breaker. We had to visit it by night because we didn't have much time. Arne had a lot of work to do and he really didn't find any time to visit, and this apartment was just available, so it was something to visit very fast and book it. The agent was nice, so that's something. It was also pretty new and affordable, even though the neighborhood is not really it. I don't know how many times I say that. Anyway, so let's have a tour. I like the
couldn't change her if you tried. She's got roses on her mind. Watch them grow wherever she wants to go. Never picking up her phone. She adores being alone. Whoa, and they say Juliet, when is she coming around? She ever settling down? They don't know Juliet. She never wants to be found. Too young for settling down. She's running with wind in her hair. Can't try to keep her back there, day and night. Chasing like she's a hurricane without warning. Dance in the storm as it's pouring, day and night. Chasing all the many lives of Juliet. Starstruck eyes, she's a rebel in disguise. Couldn't see it if you tried. It's so neatly wrapped inside. She's just like her mother's mother. A hit strong, hit first diver. Daughter floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. She's tame as a river and wild as a sea. Oh, running with wind in her hair. Can't try to keep her back there, day and night. Chasing like she's a hurricane without warning. Dance in the storm as it's pouring, day and night. Chasing all the many lives of Juliet. Juliet, her sparkling silhouette. You never will forget the moment your eyes met. Oh, Juliet, her heart's not taken yet. Terrified of regret. So closer, know she will let go. Juliet, when is she coming around? She ever settling down? They don't know. Juliet, she never wants to be found. Too young for settling down. She's running with wind in her hair. Can't try to keep her back there, day and night. Chasing like she's a hurricane without warning. Dance in the storm as it's pouring, day and night. Chasing all the many lives of Juliet. On a midnight train on a red-eye flight. Catch a glimpse of her dress and she's out of sight. With her headphones on and her hopes so high. It's the many lives of Juliet. On an afternoon at a small cafe. Diving into books on a rainy day. With her headphones on and her hopes so high. It's the many lives of Juliet. On a midnight train on a red-eye flight. Catch a glimpse of her dress and she's out of sight. With her headphones on and her hopes so high. It's the many lives of Juliet.
It's funny to me that I found out that I could see a tiny Tokyo Tower from the bedroom view. It wasn't the best place to put the window at. But anyways, I found out that there was a Tokyo Tower view on Tokyo Tower if you zoom in, and the agent didn't know that. I was like, what? I didn't know. I was like, what? This would be something that you sell.
I've got an internet crush. She's not a celebrity, but she's taken. So can't help falling in love.
This is what we care for. The walk-in closet is...
Can't take the hint and give up.
Now, let's see if we can walk in and
My
close
mama
it.
told me don't talk to people you haven't met. I guess my mama was right. But it's not 'cause everybody you meet is dangerous. But 'cause they'll break your heart. 'Cause she plays it so cool, making up her own rules. And I'm a loser for thinking I've got any shot in the dark. Now it's hitting me hard. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? 'Cause I've got an internet crush. She's not a celebrity, but she's taken. Still can't help falling in love. Can't take the hint and give up. I've got an internet crush. Internet crush. Internet crush. Internet crush. But if we met somewhere else, would things be different? Or am I wasting my time? Overanalyzing everything that I never said. Why can't I make up my mind? 'Cause she plays it so cool, making up her own rules. And I'm a loser for thinking I've got any shot. else to do. 'Cause I've got an internet crush. She's not a celebrity, but she's taken. Still can't help falling in love. Can't take the hint and give up. I've got an internet crush. Internet crush.
So the reason why we didn't take this apartment is because they gave us a very tight deadline to be able to decide. They were like, okay, you need to decide within 2-3 days, which is I think it's typical for Japanese apartment, but I didn't want to rush, especially because we had Arne's family coming over to Japan after a few days, I think, after this visit. So for me, I was like, I don't want to rush things because we left many things to do after that. I want to think through, like, with my head rested, and even if I like the apartment somehow, I don't want to choose it out of rush. I want to have all things considered. Everything added up, to be honest, in this apartment. Everything was okay except the neighborhood. Oh, and the fact that I had to decide very fast. So turned out I didn't decide fast enough and the apartment was taken. Then comes the second apartment. Now this one was a very, very nice one. The neighborhood is amazing. Was it Omotesando? I forgot. Oh my god. I really can't remember the name. But it's an area that I really like, and I also love the area. This apartment was more expensive again because of that area. It's pretty convenient. It was 190 to 198,000 Japanese yen. And when I give you prices like this, it included all the extra fees that they ask you for in Japan, right? Sometimes they give you price of your rent without adding in the fees, like the cleaning fees that will come monthly. But when I'm giving you the prices like this, it's everything included, not the utilities, not like water, electricity and gas included, but all the fixed fees that you need to pay on a monthly basis to your landlord. This was a 2DK, so 2 dining kitchen. I don't know, the layout sometimes in Japan don't make no sense. The 2 stand for 2 rooms, so I always have a problem with 2DK layouts, to be honest, because it doesn't add up per my habit on a daily basis. It just isn't convenient. I don't know if I told you about this before, but I pay a lot of attention to the layout. I want to see how my daily habit adds up to the layout. It has to be convenient. And sometimes 2DK, like I've tried before, I think when I was in Tsukuba, I had a 2DK. Was that a 2DK? And it wasn't really nice for me. Like on a daily basis, it was stressing me out. I sound like a very demanding bitch, don't I? I don't care. Anyways, the reason why I accepted to visit it still is because he had a stairs, and I never had a 2 stories. I don't even know if you can call this as 2 stories, but I've never had an apartment with 2 stories. So I was like, maybe the fact that there's stairs inside will change something. So let's have a tour.
I talk about you to everybody that I know, now they all love you. 'Cause you are the one who lit a fire. The way I walk, the way I talk, you lift me high. How did you flip my entire life? Everything's now upside down. I was alone in this town. Thought that I had it all planned, but I finally understand. Surrender. kiss, you pick me up so tender. I surrender, the great pretender. Before I met you, who was I? Now you're my sender. Oh, I surrender. I've been lost on the land. Then
falling to pieces in my room. Are you coming over? That's cool. I could use a little something to do. We could go outside, take a little ride if you want to. That's cool. I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm walking out my head through open windows. 'Cause that's what I feel like. Want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. You want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we should talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long without it, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. And when it happens, we'll be dancing on the lawn. When it happens, when it happens, we'll be dancing on the lawn. When it happens, when it happens, we'll be dancing on the lawn. When it happens.
I really wanna tell you what you mean to me, but I'm afraid our story would end. Weighing all your dreams against reality, where you're falling in love with a friend. If I just came out and told you you're my everything, they would never be the same. Or maybe with the love we found, we go down in history. Or maybe we just go down in flames. Falling in love isn't all that fun if you're not falling together. Do you think of me when the sun goes down? Do you lie awake when I'm not awake? Thinking about you is about all I do.
recapitulation. So this apartment was great, the sound lighting was great, everything about it was nice. It felt very convivial, and I like the fact that the bedroom-ish was upstairs, because sometimes it's downstairs in Japan. The layout is completely gyaku, like you have stairs but you enter to the bedroom and then the living room is upstairs, which to me is like, no. I like the fact that the kitchen was downstairs and the bedroom supposedly upstairs, but I couldn't accept the fact that there's no living room. It's not a 2LDK, it's a 2DK. There's no L. So I tried my best. I was sitting there. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys can see in the video that I'm trying my best to imagine my life. Like I'm standing there trying to see, can I put a sofa over here? Can I have a TV down over here? Or can it just be a kitchen, a dining? And I did my best to project and try to see how it works. At the end of the day, I figured that that kitchen, that dining downstairs would never become a living and dining because it's just too small. I tried to figure out a way to have a sofa under the stairs, but it was just too tiny because the space upstairs didn't add up to me. Like, why would you have a sliding door between that space and then the living, and then the bedroom is just so like rectangular and elongated like that, and then you have that silly space where you can't really put a TV there because it just didn't add up to me. Like, to me it was that space up there should have been a bedroom, period, or a living room, living dining, just not complicated. Something in the layout didn't add up. Like something that was up was supposed to be down, and something that was down was supposed to be up. I don't know if you guys can understand, but maybe architects out there and maybe the ladies, I don't know, can understand me more, but something in the layout didn't add up. I thought the felt of it would have been different because I was there in person, but at the end of the day, no, it wasn't it. I did my best because I was like, I really like this apartment, I really like the neighborhood, this is gonna be it. But standing there, I was like, I'm not feeling the spirit of this room. Okay, spirit is too much, but I am not feeling, I don't see myself lining up my daily habits in this apartment, coming from work, because that layout is giving you a certain routine, right? You come from work, you remove your shoes, you go to the, I don't know, the bathroom, you wash off your face and stuff, and then you come to the kitchen where you eat and you cook, then you go to the living and chill and go to the bedroom. That is not my routine at all. That is definitely not me. If you're apartment hunting and you're watching this video, just pause it and try to project yourself. I think that's important. Project your routine, your daily life, and see if that layout adds up. It's small details like that, but I told you this time I was really demanding with what I'm getting as apartment. So the layout didn't add up with my habit and I ended up not selecting it, which made my boyfriend mad.
Boy, if you don't...
The weird thing with this apartment, you heard me saying, isn't this illegal? Is because they told us if you've been in Japan for a long time, so more than 3-5 years, you have a 50% discount. And if you can speak Japanese, you have a 50% discount on your first month of rent. And I'm like, how is that legal? That's like blunt discrimination. Like, how is that? And I can get it in a way that they think if you're a foreigner trying to get an apartment, you need to be the good type of foreigner for the landlord to accept. So the landlord will just check, okay, this person has been in Japan for long, they kind of know our use coutumes, our way of living, and they speak Japanese, so they probably kind of get it, and I'm not gonna have problems with them. Which is also weird because you don't deal with your landlord like that every month. Like, it's transactions through bank account. You don't even see the guy, or maybe he's worried about the neighbors. Anyways, so if you live in Japan for a long time and you also speak Japanese, you had literal 50% off your first month of rent. We were eligible, of course, but I was just like, why? Like, why is this even criteria? How is this legal? Anyways, guys, as you can see, I'm still apartment hunting at this stage. I will have about 2 videos coming again, and I hope you guys are enjoying, really watching, just see how the real estate part of Japan looks like, the prices, and what you get for certain prices and certain neighborhoods. I'm really enjoying showing you guys all of this because I've been preparing this video carefully. So yeah, I'm really happy that you are embarking.
My life is a mess. I need coffee.
I'm just happy you're here watching me talking about apartment hunting in Japan. So if you watched the video so far, don't forget to subscribe, like, and if you subscribe already, you know what to do. Comment and share. Just spread love around here for the algorithm to see. Alright, enough talking. Bye-bye.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're with me. It felt like suddenly our souls collided, hearts entwined. When I decided to